Emperor, Empress, Hierophant, High Priestess. When you at these statuses, you abundant. Where it's at, your cup runneth the fuck over. You got some shit to pour into baby cup. You see, they not offering love right away. You see, they got the hand in hand. They offering commitment first. Union, making a vow to each other first. Before I pour all my extra shit into your shit, this is suggestions of someone who's got their own shit together first. Moon again. Moon and sun again. Sun on the other side of that moon, just like the moon. They've explored self, the depths of self and spirituality, spiritual insight, the mysteries of life. How you not going to walk into victory? If you co-created without all these external influences. I didn't expect both of y'all had a reading I didn't expect. You know? And I'll be honest, I knew I was going to end up pulling these out, but I didn't see how. Now I see when they come into play. Spirit will bring the clarity. Even when you can't see it. Eyes closed, trusting. And I'm being brought back to the baggage we referred to. It's nothing falling out this person's pockets. Because they chose to surrender. Hangman is also about sacrifice. Self-sacrifice. You sacrifice time when you choose to be still. And you know, in the pre-shuffle, it also talked about a need to be still. Some of you are doing so much for your significant other, or doing so much for everybody. Well, duh, people pleasing. Some of y'all are fearful of telling, especially your significant other, that I need a minute to myself. I got some shit I got to wrap up. I got some things I got to get in line. I got some swords to pull out my back. I just seen 5:55 on the clock. I got some swords to pull out my back. And it's a little painful, but you here. You know what I mean? When you got a partner that support and love, that we seen in here somewhere, when you got that support and love, sometimes you got to pull the swords out your own back. They don't do it for you. But what they do is address the wound and make sure that it healed properly. Some of y'all looking for somebody else to pull the swords out, and in reality, you got to get that shit out yourself. You know what I mean? The reality of it is, when you reach, spirit reach on the other side and help you get that shit out. Your person can help you heal. But it brings us back to being whole within self. 3 of Swords. As I pick this up. 3 of Swords. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. And when you're working with that divine love, a divinity kind of love, especially when you're mixing the love within self, you're going to manifest. You're going to manifest the healing of these 3 of Swords. You see how this person is in surrenderance. They're giving it back to the divine and allowing the divine to transmute that energy, returning it back to light. They've put that single-minded thought that I think I know some shit, moon. That I think I know some shit, they done sacrificed it. In surrenderance. Now they've got the spiritual, energetic push. The potential for a new opportunity here. The mystery within the cat here. The passion, the creativity, the ability to transmute. Fire is transmutation. To transmute the bullshit moving forward, you have that opportunity. Aces are opportunity. You have to seize it. You don't seize it with this nigga. I mean, and this is a beautiful. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that word. This is a beautiful interpretation. A depiction on the card here. Cause they put it down. You see, it's like a weight. Put the weight down. They could bring themselves out of that. They looking at it from the right way, using the right energy, using their full power instead of asking for somebody else to come be that other cup right now. Divine timing. When it's time for that person to come in, they're going to come in. I'm being reminded of something I heard a long time ago. Some of you have the contracts that I'm seeing like a balance, almost like the Six of Pentacles. Some of you, finances do matter. It matters to one or both. And so it's going to take for you to go after where you want to elevate to in life. In order to be a vibrational match, let's say they got their shit together and they doing super good for themselves, and you still over here trying to make ends meet. They calling there somebody who ends is meeting like a motherfucker, but you neglecting your ends because you want what everybody else say is promised. Meanwhile, the divine is offering you these two opportunities that you're not paying attention to because you not because why? Three of Swords sitting on top of this. Empress on top of this. You're creating from a place of comparisons. Comparisons is the weight. Comparisons is the bullshit. Is the burdens of the mind. It was the lack of surrenderance before. But again, if you surrender, face the world, a new outlook, rise above. Love and abundance go hand in hand. You begin to recognize that this low self-esteem is some bullshit. And some people, they're so gifted, the wisdom of the body turns into anxiety. Can't figure it out. Why do I feel this way? Because you are talking to yourself. Everybody else don't have to tell you your truth. 9 times out of 10, the shit ain't your truth. Just a little, it's like somebody giving you one piece to the puzzle. But you done looked at the picture on the box. Now you think you getting the whole puzzle all together. They done gave you a box with one damn puzzle piece in it. And you swear to God you about to go home, put it all together, put these pieces together, and there go your life painted for you already. This person gave you one puzzle piece. Some of y'all trying to run around to other people and get the other puzzle pieces, but you got to create the puzzle because of your experience. So now you just sitting here with random pieces to other people's puzzles. When you create from the heart, it's abundant. When you create with spirit, with the spark of the divine, healthy, look at that apple. When you create from the spark of the divine, what do you think happens? Shit begins to come into fruition. That's what happens. No more inner conflict. That shit is not warranted. And a lot of y'all just got shit being projected to you that, again, don't have nothing to do with you. But again, aces are potential. You have to seize the moment. These grapes, I'm seeing abundance. And it's almost a romance to it. There's a... Here, baby. Especially next to this Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups is pouring and watering. This Ace of Cups is watering. The Hangman, the Two of Cups, the World, and the Fool. Love, guidance, abundance is pouring into your experience. Nine of Swords got to bust out of there and rise above it. We can understand having to go within and you know, get real with yourself. You can't outside looking in on your own damn self. Sometimes you got to go through that Nine of Swords. Some of y'all are really in a purging state and you're in this Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands. Clearing the mental baggage, clearing the energetic baggage so you can move forward There's an energy here where your mental and emotional are tied. We had the Three of Swords, didn't we? Yeah. Mental and emotional tied. That shit gotta go. You gotta remember that all of these emotions are separate from each other and should be analyzed differently. But you can't keep accepting. Look at this. A lot of people call the Page of Swords the media, social media card. You can't keep creating inner conflict. Remember, I told you I view the Five of Wands oftentimes as a personal conflict. Inner conflict being derived from all this social media shit you're accepting into your mind. And then what? Trying to create with? Studying other people's shit? Trying to, oh, I got the right information now. Yes, victory. True victory got to come from self, remember? From filling your cup and your backup cup. And remember, where you put effort, so will God. Faith without work is dead, but when you do the work, there comes them offers from the sky. There comes that assistance. Look at that, same language. It's literally speaking the same language. Chalice, chalice, wand, wand. The divine will bless your path and give you success if you allow the divine in your path, into your heart. Spirit, God lives in your heart. 4444, God lives in your heart. He gave you that feisty shit in the mind, in the ego. You know? He gave you that feisty shit in the ego. And maybe some of y'all been using y'all feisty wrong. I'm seeing a little Queen of Swordish. You can have a new opportunity. You can really become that butterfly and again, rise above it. Do you want to or not? I didn't expect this reading to go this way, but got a lot of pages and shit, but it transforms into this Queen of Wands. That's skipping some shit. That's almost like, oh, this speaks my language. Oh, this new beginning speaks my language. Look how fast I evolve. Look how fast I can be on the path of graduation. Or look how I realized I've graduated a while ago. Now I'm just taking on some extra classes and extra courses and shit, you know. Trying to go get a master's or some shit. You know. Queen of Ace to the Queen. There was a graduation because you got out of that 10 shit. 10 of Wands, we told you it's coming. And that's going to be a great purge. I did write that down somewhere. A great purge is coming. I remember thinking that. Couldn't figure that shit out. Now I understand now. The mental has to change. I'm looking at all these pages. I'm just cutting over. Look. It's coming full cycle. Graduation to extra courses, right? Mastery, right? We talked about the difference between the kings and queens, the high and the high priestess, the emperor, the empress, the hierophant. What's behind the 10 of Wands, though? The lovers. Is that the decision that you have to make in order to what? Vow, right? Look at the hands. It's not sexual, it's sacred. It's sacred. In the Divine Masculine reading, we talked about the significance of white. Now this masculine is in his blue. In his truth. Speaking the truth. Accepting the truth. Emotions raging for the love that's held for this union. It's not lusty, it's union. We talked about marriage in the masculine's reading as well. We talked about making a vow when we seen this, so this is evolving. Marriage was all through the masculine's reading. But feminine, you got to get your shit together before you can call him in. Because what happens when you get the connection and now you addicted to these readings? Now you fuck your connection up because somebody said he doing this, this, and that. What's your truth? Is anybody telling you your truth? We have calling in your soulmate at the bottom of the deck here. Chemistry, worth waiting for. Romantic feelings. This negative thinking is attached to of you needing to surrender your attachments to the results. The divine masculine had that as well. True love and trust wanting to be seen. And I'm being told what this worth waiting for is a part of the hold up is you. Put the white back on. Put the white back on. Because we talked about all we talked about before, and we even brought it up in the masculine readings, how the feminine, how the masculine was so focused on the red, and how for a time the roles were reversed, where the feminine was more in the masculine energy and the masculine was more in the feminine energy. And when it comes to the level of attraction that you have for each other, y'all energy be doing that flip-flopping and shit. You calling in each other, y'all mixing energies. Two of Cups, y'all swirling energies. Vows in the spiritual, vows in the physical, meaning some of y'all are projecting it out. Some of y'all are speaking it out to the universe. I love this person. I want this person. I can't shake this person. Get yourself together. And for some of y'all, if it take you a long time, you set the tone. 10-10, you set the tone. You can have a whole another 20-year cycle if you want to. Where that world go? Then we done. What do we talk about here? These two exes, 10-10, 20-year cycle. Now you got the opportunity to do it again. To enter into a new one. XX1. Make y'all decisions. I remember saying in the pre-shuffle here, in time is of the essence for some of you. Oh, we said it in this here when we talked about the moon. I love you guys, and I thank you for watching. For either video, the link will be in the description box as well as the comment section. Closing it out. 6 of Pentacles. Getting your shit together in this physical space, getting it all balanced out. It's going to take being grounded, being rooted, exploring the depths of the roots. Making sure that the foundation is strong for what it is you're bringing into fruition. Look at that white, significance with the white. Shit, we talked about in another reading the significance that it had. It was red, white, green, pink, and a little bit of blue. But the main energies, the main colors was significant for those. And I remember reading the definition for, or one of the interpretations for the significance of pink. And it was about, it's about love. It's about giving and receiving. It was about harmony. I don't know. I don't think I still have it. It was about, it's really deep. I'm going to wrap this up. And I feel like I also read that some people correspond white with the heart chakra. Yeah, see? The key words was heart chakra, red, white, pink, and green. Little blue. Significant cards, High Priestess, 9 of Cups, the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles twice. This was the pre-shuffle, I think. The Moon, the Ace of Cups, and the World. The same cards. Same cards, bro. Pink represents caring, compassion, and love. The color stands for unconditional love and understanding and is associated with giving and receiving care. Since pink is a combination of red and white, both colors add a little to its characteristics. Well, doesn't that just tie in beautifully? Oh, where did this high priestess temperance come from? Spiritual balance. Alchemy. Control the emotions. Both balance cards. It's time. If you want your ships to come in, you got to be balanced. The only person on this horse is one person. Take that action that you need in the physical space. Root. And you get the dawn of a new day. No longer being robbed here. Look at this. Isn't that just explaining it all? No longer being robbed emotionally because of self. 5. A lot of this is self-induced. Some of y'all mad at readers like, oh, it didn't happen for me. Well, they never told you it would, did they? 2 of Swords. And 2 of Swords, Two of Swords, High Priestess, I read that as walking by faith and not by sight, especially when we had the Fool. Decisions made from you, by yourself again. Shutting out the world, eyes covered. Not a worldly perception. Inward. High Priestess, obtaining that higher truth. We've seen a book somewhere before. I feel like some of y'all need to really get in tune with yourself. Mature your energy. Some of y'all walking around here cocky, but really, you just playing the juggling act with yourself. Page. It's no disrespect. There's the Queen. But look at these offers. And it feels like it's only because you teeter-totter. And look at you. You're so busy receiving information from external forces, you tied yourself to somebody else's tree. You feel like it's taking so damn long to get your happily ever after. Why? Because you technically still haven't made a damn decision. You wanted somebody else to make it for you. And yeah, I'm snapping on y'all. And I told y'all in the masculine reading, I said it was an energy there when I seen that bag on that woman. There was an energy there, and I said, we're going to get into y'all shit too, feminine. It ain't just the masculine. We're talking to y'all too. Are we not? This ain't for y'all to get mad. Look, this is, if I trigger you, what I said, if I trigger you, it's because it's for a reason. So, here's me triggering you. Strength. 8 of Pentacles. Recognize where you got to go within, get strong, and do that inner work. Light up your own damn world. Create your own opportunities to see clearly. Pull light from your damn self, for your damn self. You tame the beast from that personal power. You look at that, high in your face. Because it ain't about what somebody else think. It ain't about you. It's not about your image. Oh, we talked about that being a part of what I felt in the damn meditation. Trying to shape your image based off somebody else's opinions. Wanting to be successful to make somebody else proud. Make yourself proud first. This is almost like how you say beauty is within, so don't reveal all of your assets. And that's being taken in a multitude of ways. Not dressing like a hoochie hooch. Not putting hoochie type shit out. Like, oh, I would do this, this, and that on the stat trying to get, likes and shit. Now, we know, obviously, you're attracted here, you more so in your divinity. But I'm assuming some people going to be attracted here that needs to hear this. High in your highest integrity. It's not about what you can see about me. It's about what I bring from within. That's part of the reason why I don't show my face. It's not about me. It's about the message. something here about covering her face with these leaves. Talked about being grounded. Some of you guys really connect to nature and you don't even know it. Nature's been trying to support you. From your animal instincts, you know, and so forth. And it literally in a multitude of ways. But you're so busy trying to construct how it's going to be. You don't understand. You get by a tree, damn, you feel good. Didn't even pay attention to it. Because it was effortless. You didn't have to sit there and try to think, how can I make myself feel better? Oh, let's go click here and here. There's wondering all around you. Wondering all around you. But you got to learn how to give life a chance. That includes the relationship with yourself, with your angels, with your significant other or the potential significant other that's trying to come in. You can't block them out. Behind that we had justice. 9 of Cups. Justice comes from you making yourself happy. I read the 9 of Cups as you being emotionally fulfilled within yourself and what you've created, just like the 9 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is the happiness that comes from self and others. Just like the 10 of Pentacles is stability that involves you and others. You got to bring justice to your own damn experience first, and that's just the reality of the situation. With this 9, it relates to the Hermit. Go hermit for your inner happy. And that brings me back to when I said some of y'all need to tell your partner you need a minute. You just need a damn minute. You just need a minute to bring some justice in your own experience. To evaluate the duality of life. To get grounded and get independent. There's another 9. What's the 9? What's behind that? The 9 of Wands. You pulling in all of your resources, pulling in the past, pulling in everything. You pulling in all of your experience on an energetic level. You need to transmute it. Burn them fucking sticks if you have to. For some of y'all, they just don't serve you anyways. Start new with that ace. That ace is a magic wand anyways. That ace of wands we put it back. That ace of wands is a magic wand. What do you do with a magic wand? You put that creative shit and put it into what? The world. We put the cards up, but you put your creative energy in the world. Thus for creating something. Sometimes you have to start as a page, but don't get weary. Hermit. Talked about him. Gratitude. Look at that. Look what the gratitude brings you to. What you chasing. I'm going to end it here. There's your Emperor. There's your 10 of Pentacles. There's your Tower. There's your 3 of Cups. Listen. And this 4 of Swords and this 7 of Swords is tied. Because it's your perception that's adding to the information, sword, the communication. What is 7? You and others. Got to be independent to create this abundance. To change your life and harmonize with self. To have a reason to celebrate. Get mind, body, and spirit together. 6 of Swords. Where's she going into the Queen of Cups and the Sun? 8 of Wands. Going into communication, reconciliation for some of y'all. Moving the thoughts in a progressive way. Taking the experiences of the past to help in a beneficial way. Riding out in the emotions. Seeing the beauty of life. Living through the heart space. Look at these emotions. True divine knowledge. Not some fake shit. We talked about how this interpretation, oh, that's a part of the part that they wouldn't let me release. The way I seen it in that reading and in this reading as well is this false sense of enlightenment, the sun. It's not the real sun. It's the 4 of Swords. It's supposed to be your perspective. You're looking at the sun that somebody has created, that has painted for you. Somebody else's perception of what your blessing is going to be. You got to find the love within yourself true emotions, you see that emotions is frozen. They're feeding you stagnant shit. There's on most of the readers, and there's even been other readers that said this. Most of the good readers, they don't have that many views on their readings. So people want that fairy tale la la shit, or they want true entertainment, singing, dancing, clapping, titties out. They want entertainment. But what's with the sun? Real communication, because it's been brought about through a harmony of the mind. 6 again, the harmony of the mind, progressive action, progressive thinking, forward movement from the heart, being able to have an open heart. Oh fuck, we talked about the energy that came through in my heart, the way I felt. An open heart, and a mind you're in control of, with the right people in your experience, seeing the beauty of the natural order, the way justice has played out for you naturally, based on the healing you've done on your path. Look at the Caduceus, the enlightenment you've gained, again, single-handedly. Some of y'all gonna be old as fuck by the time you get it. That's on y'all. But there's blessings coming in. And if you pay attention to the energy, wand, pay attention to the energy. As above, so below. 8. Pay attention to spirit. Pay attention to the energetic push you receive. And then fly like the fucking wind. It's nothing holding this guy back, and he's happy. Because now he has true enlightenment. From the divine, look at the white. We talked about the black. And I remember in the pre-shuffle I talked about, I don't know if I said it on camera or not, but I viewed that black as power, depth, strength, light. Light wasn't created from light, it was created from darkness. Use them together, High Priestess. It's going to keep coming together no matter how far I go into it. Coming out of the 5 of Pentacles. Coming out of the 3 of Swords. Coming out of the 10 of Wands. Into the Magician. Into the Fool. What is this? 10. 1 and 0 is 10. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory at this point. So I'm definitely going to end this reading out. And you guys have a great one. Bottom of the deck is the Hangman. It's about your perspective. How are you going to look at it moving forward? Okay? How are you going to look at it moving forward?